You guys, my Golden Girls mug, it brings me joy. Such a nerd. Okay, we're gonna actually start long spine. So if you want, set your roller down onto the ground long ways, and then we're just gonna sit our butt at one end and work our spine down to the other end. So take your time as you come down, make sure your gear is kind of cleared out of the way so you have plenty of space. Awesome. And then as you come down onto your roller, start by just kind of tuning in down at your feet. Maybe step your feet just slightly wider than hip width distance apart so your legs feel like they can relax a little bit in a sort of natural position. And then once you feel like you got your legs stabilized, let your arms come out at a T, palms facing up. So we're going to try to let the backs of the hands touch down to the ground. Don't worry if they don't touch the ground, but give them a little time if they can come to like that midpoint, like they barely touch the ground, and then see if just with a little bit of time, the backs of the hands touch down. And then just for a moment here, notice your breath, notice your body. So you might still feel warm from the last bit of work that we just did. So just kind of tune in and notice how you feel. And then see if you can just notice that movement of breath. So you might feel your spine against the roller. You might feel the muscles that run along the spine feeling sort of connected to the roller, and you might feel your shoulder blades hugging around the roller. So as you notice those physical places, now can you notice the movement of breath in those places? Cool. Now from here, see if you can start to get into some snow angel arms. So arms are just going to reach up alongside the ears and then draw back down. So you can take them out to a T or further down towards the hips, just whatever range of motion feels nice to you. But as you start to find this work here, tune in and notice. So you probably, once you started inviting some movement in, you needed to stabilize your legs just a little bit more. So a slight firmness in the abdomen. Imagine that you're pulling your belly button down towards the roller. One more snow angel arm up and down. And then we're going to bring our arms into our I Dream of Jeannie arms, or into that little square across the chest. Stabilize your legs, which means you might want to walk them out just a little bit further if they don't feel stable as they are. And then we're just going to start to pull the elbows across the midline of the body. As you pull the elbows across the midline of the body, you might push gently into one foot and then the opposite foot just to kind of help stabilize on the roller. And then once you feel like you notice that bit of pressure on one foot and then the other, now see if you could stabilize both legs at the same time. Feel your quadriceps fire up. Hold that strong position with the legs, still pulling the elbows side to side. Inner thighs are slightly engaged. Heels are pushing into the ground. Cool. One more, pull the elbows side to side, and then arms are going to come out in whatever position feels really stable to you. So hands are going to help support. And now we're going to walk the feet in. Feet are going to be about hip width distance apart. Focus on the core here. So think about pulling your abdomen down towards the roller. Lift your right knee up. Keep that controlled movement. Lower the knee back down. Over to the left. Lift the left knee up. Stabilize your center. Lower that knee down. Back to the right. Lifting up. Lowering with control. Back to the left, lifting up, lower with control. Now add the breath as you lift your right leg up. Exhale, inhale, lower it down. Over to the left, add the breath. Exhale as you lift up, inhale to lower down. Back to the right, exhale as you lift up, inhale to lower down. Back to the left, exhale as you lift up, inhale as you lower down. One more time each side. Exhale, lift the right knee up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift the left leg up. Inhale, lower down. Stabilize your arms. And now see, can you pick both legs up into that reverse tabletop position? Get a stable position. So think about pulling your abdomen towards the roller. And then we're going to take alternating toe taps here. So hands are going to help support the upper body. And then see if you can add a little work of the breath as well. So exhale on your effort. which might mean the exhale as your toe touches down to the ground. Wonderful. One more time each side. And then when you're ready, both feet are going to set down onto the ground. Step your feet a little bit wider. Let the knees drop in towards each other. So think constructive rest for my yoga friends. So knees in towards each other, feet a little bit wide. Let your hips get nice and heavy onto the roller. And then we're just going to take the arms like you're taking a little bit of a good morning stretch. So arms are just going to reach up and overhead. Let the backs of the hands get nice and heavy. So they might not touch the ground. They might. We all have different ranges of motion here. So just let your arms be heavy. Take 3 to 5 nice big breaths, just whatever breath pattern works good for you. One more breath. And then slowly and mindfully release your arms. We're going to roll off to one side. So we're going to come off the long roller with control. And then we're going to place that roller so it's going to come right up underneath our head like a pillow. So turn your roller sideways and then come right back down so that your head is resting on the roller. And we want it underneath the skull bone. We don't want it on those delicate bones of the back of the neck. So find that ridge of the skull bone, make sure your head is resting there. And then once you've got it, legs can come back to constructive rest if that feels nice, or any other position of the legs that just allows you to tune off of the legs. So you don't have to focus too much on holding your legs in any position. And then just start to turn your head side to side. As you turn your head side to side here, kind of notice, are you clenching your teeth or holding tension in your jaw? If you are, see if you can soften your jaw. Nice. Now, the next time your head turns to the right, stay there. We're going to draw little tiny 1-inch circles in the air with the nose. So keeping your head slightly turned to the right, draw little micro circles. Make sure that feels comfortable. And then when you're ready, take those circles and draw them the other way. Nice. And then when you're ready, turn your head over to the left and then back to those micro circles. So drawing circles in one direction. Awesome. And then draw your circles, go the other way. Nice. And then when you're ready, let that come to stillness. Maybe if it feels good, come back to that little gentle rock side to side just to kind of soothe things out. And then as your head comes back to center, a gentle nod of the head up and down. So little tiny micro movement, barely lifting the nose up and down a centimeter. So really small and mindful here. Great. One more nod of the head up and down. And then we're going to grab the ends of the roller, lift your head up, release your head from your roller. Arms are going to be in that cactus or goalpost position. Once your head is down on the ground, keep your arms in that cactus or goalpost and turn your head side to side here. Awesome. One more turn of the head side to side. And then we're going to start to lift or prop yourself up so that we can take that roller and move it underneath the shoulder blades. So we're going to start to work our way down the spine. So prop that roller so that it's underneath your shoulder blades. Make sure it's in a good position. And then hands behind the head. We're going to lean back over the roller. Exhale to lift back up. Inhale and lean over the roller. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lean back. Exhale to lift. 2 more to go. Inhale, lean back. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lean back. Exhale to lift, and now take it into your version of a back bend that you like. You might choose to just lean back a little bit, still letting the head be heavy in your hands, or you might choose to release your hands from your head, stretch your arms up, and let your head fall back. But only if that feels comfortable and sustainable. We'll all have variations here. So just tune in, make sure you're breathing comfortably. One more breath. And then come up with control, support the back of the head, push into your feet, lift your hips up, and start to take that little bit of a glide. So stick to the bottom of the shoulder blades to start. And then maybe move on up a little bit. And then maybe take that big range of motion. So all the way up to the tops of the shoulders, all the way down to the shoulder blades. Awesome. One more roll up and down. And then as you come back to the bottom of the shoulder blades, set your butt down. We're going to crisscross the arms across the chest and start to find a nice rock side to side. So we're rolling over onto the side, and we want to think that those latissimus dorsi area, or think when you look at a back of a body, if the top half is a bit of a triangle, those outer edges of your triangle. Awesome. Now, the next time you roll over onto the right side, pick your hips up and give a nice, good roll up and down. Awesome. One more roll up and down, and then set your butt down, roll over to the left, pick your hips up and roll up and down. Beautiful. One more roll up and down, and then come back to center, set your butt down, prop your elbows up onto your roller, and then we're going to pull the roller in towards the low back. Check in here. So if you feel like you've got good stability in your core and everything feels good, we're going to take a light roll to the low back. So you're going to walk your hands behind the roller, push into your feet, and gently roll the low back, but in a controlled way. So keep your abdomen firm. Roll up and down. So the low back area just doesn't have enough bony structures to support, but you guys are really strong, and we've been doing this for a while. So if you've got good control and you're feeling like you've got that control, keep a little bit of pressure on, make sure everything feels supported, still keeping the abdominal muscles engaged. Take one more roll up and down. And then as you set your butt down, you're going to roll over to the right. So you're going to find that soft tissue of the side body. Lean in just a little bit, and then we're going to take it into a light rock forward and back. So hopefully you're under the ribs, above the hip points, or in that softer tissue in the side, and then just a little bit of a gentle, almost think pull your shoulder forward and then pull your shoulder back. Make sure you're breathing comfortably here. Nice. One more rock forward and back, and then rearrange so that things feel good. So we want to keep our legs in a happy position, but now can you let that bottom arm reach out and then top arm reach up, so you take it into a light side bend. Whatever shape of your legs feels good, we make sure you're breathing comfortably. So we're getting that side bend, a little compression in the side body. Take one nice big breath. Awesome. And then lift that top hand up, prop yourself up on the roller, and then we're going to take it to the other side. So we're going to roll over and across, finding that soft side tissue. Once you've got the roller in place, then you're just going to take it forward and back. So think top shoulder forward, top shoulder back. So we're massaging out the soft tissue on the side body, but the elbow is helping support, so you're not putting too much pressure on. First, we're just tuning in, making sure everything feels good. Cool. One more rock forward and back. And then if all of that felt good, and one side might feel totally different than the other. So we're going to make sure that the roller is in the soft tissue. See if you can slide that bottom arm out, reach the top hand up, inviting in that side bend position, and then you readjust your legs to a point that feels good. Once you've got your way there, just tune in, make sure everything feels like it's in a good position, and then take a nice big breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, hand to the roller with control, prop yourself up, come back around, and then we're going to set our butt right up onto the roller. So set your butt on, and then with a wide position of the legs, just start to windshield wiper the knees side to side. Beautiful. Now take it a little bit further, rolling across the glutes. So take it to your side glutes and then over to the other side. Awesome. Now, the next time you roll over onto that right side, stay there and take a few good rolls up and down. Cool. Now we're going to start to creep up on the IT band a little bit. So roll up just a little bit, but we're not going to roll the IT band. We're actually going to use our hand to the inner thigh and push the outer edge of your thigh against the roller and then lift off. Push the outer edge of your thigh against the roller and lift off. Do that one more time. Push the outer edge of your thigh against the roller, lift off, and then reset your butt so that it's centered, and then take it over to the other side. Roll across onto the left, readjust anything that you need to, and then we're just taking it up and down the side of the glutes. Nice. One more good roll up and down, and then we're going to take it up a little higher. So we're going to creep up onto that IT band and then use your hand. Put your hand in the inner thigh, push in and lift off. Push in and lift off. Push in and lift off, and then center yourself again. So we're going to sit our butt onto our roller and extend your legs out just so there's a gentle bend in the knees, and then see if you can just invite some softness in. So we want to get our thigh muscle nice and loose and relaxed. So position your knees so that you can find that, and then use your hands to manipulate, turn the thigh muscle, twisting and turning in one direction, moving up towards the knee joint, down towards the hip. Awesome. One more time up and down on this side, and then switch to the other side. So first, make sure you can get that nice loosey-goosey situation with the thigh muscles. And then once you feel like you've got your legs in a good place, take that muscle and twist and turn up towards the hip crease, down towards the knee. Beautiful. One more little twist and turn up and down, and then just take a couple of gentle rolls back side to side. So just work back into those glutes for just a little extra something for those glutes. And then when you feel ready, we're going to take it all the way around into a tabletop position. So come off your roller in a way that works good for you. We're going to place the roller out in front of the kneecaps. And then from that tabletop position, you're just going to flip your knees over so we can take it right into the shins. So find your tabletop with the roller underneath your shins, pull the knees in toward your chest, and gently draw them away. Nice. One more in and out. And then we're going to move it back so that we can take our knees off of the roller, placing the roller out in front and right into our puppy pose. So we're going to keep our hips fairly in line with the knees. Walk your roller out, get a nice long reach, and then stretch through the front of the body. Let your chest drop down. One more breath. Pull it back up and in nice and strong. So think abdominal muscles drop first, and then we pull the roller up and in, and now we're going to take it right into the quads. So we're going to lower down, going past those bony hip points. So we're on the thigh muscles, elbows and forearms on the ground, toes are going to drag, and we're just going to take that nice long roll. So think roll to the tops of the thighs, down to where the thighs meet the knees. One more big roll up and down, and then we're going to take it slightly to the right. So we're going to roll slightly onto the right side of the thigh, readjust your feet so feet and arms support, and then we're rolling up and down. So think outer edge of the top of the thigh. So we're not trying to hit that IT band. We're just kind of right in that little space, right between the IT band and the outer edge of your right thigh. One more good roll up and down. And then when you're ready, with control, bring it back to center, readjust anything that you need to, and then we're going to take it over to the other side. So prop up onto your right hand, roll onto that left side of your top side of your thigh, and then find that nice roll up and down. Wonderful. One more roll up and down. And then we're going to kind of come back to center, but center. So center of your thighs. Once you found that middle of your thighs, bend your knees and swish your heels a little side to side. Beautiful. One more swish of those knees side to side, and then float your toes down to the ground. We're going to prop ourselves up. So think low plank. Lift yourself up. Can you take one hand, move that roller on up, find those front hip bones, and then soften the hip bones down onto the roller. Bring your knees down so everything feels supported. And then we're just going to pause here for a moment and rest. So think heavy in the knees, heavy in the hips, a slight softness in the belly, but you still want to keep a little bit of support in the low back. So if softening your belly makes you drop into the low back, then keep a light bit of firmness there, a slight bit of broadness in the shoulders, just to keep everything feeling supported. And then take one more big breath and just see if you can feel the breath in your hips. Cool. And then we're going to use our knees and our elbows to help support, but we're going to roll slightly over onto that right front pocket. So think where the entrance of your right front pocket would be, roll over onto that, and then see if you can find a little lift of the knees and a gentle roll up and down. Awesome. One more roll up and down. And then with control, bring the knees down, come back to center, line up the hip points, make sure everything feels good. And then we're rolling over onto that left front pocket. So where the entrance of your left front pocket would be, use your elbows and your hands to support, knees to help support, and then find a gentle rock up and down. Awesome. One more roll up and down. And then come back to center, and then we're going to lift up just slightly. So now we're going to bring the roller under the belly button. So we're going to line up the belly button, soften the belly over the roller, but knees and elbows are going to help support. And once you've got that in place, see if you can just wiggle your bum just a little bit so you get a gentle massage to your belly. Make sure you're breathing comfortably. If anything's going on with your center, if you've got a hernia, if you've just had recent surgery, IBS, any of that kind of stuff, this might not be the place to be. But if everything is all right, now see if you can just soften your abdomen. You might feel that little sense of like your heartbeat in your belly. So just kind of tune in and notice. Let the belly be as soft as you can allow it to be. Notice the compression of the roller against your belly as you breathe. One more big breath. And then with control, start to prop your way up through tabletop position into extended child's pose. So big toes together, knees to the outer edges of your mat, butt is going to come back to the heels, and then we're going to take the roller so that it can come under the forehead. So if you're wearing glasses and you like to take them off, set them somewhere safe. Place your forehead on the roller, and then once you've got your head in a position that feels right, just rock your head a little side to side. If you like to reposition your head, take a second to do that. Take a few more gentle rocks side to side. Awesome. And then the next time your head comes to center, gently lift yourself on up. We're going to take it up into a down dog position. So if you like, put your glasses back on, hands on the roller, lift your butt up away from your heels, curl your toes under, make sure the roller is supported underneath you, and then push into the roller, lift your hips up, and then step your feet closer to the roller right into a steamroll of the tops of the feet. So we're going to put that gentle pressure on, just roll up to the ankles, down to the toes. Nice. The next time you roll off the toes, leave the roller on the ground, bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to standing. Right foot's going to step onto the roller. Take a few good soft rolls to the bottom of your foot. Externally rotate, so turn the knee out, find the blade edge of your foot. Internally rotate, find the instep of your foot. Awesome. And then we're going to keep the toes and the ball of the foot on the roller. Press your heel down to the ground. Lean in just a little bit. Feel that stretch to the heel and the calf. Nice. And then lift off and switch to the other side. Left foot on, soft roll to the bottom of the foot. Externally rotate the foot. Find the blade edge of your foot. Internally rotate. Find the instep of your foot. Beautiful. And then bring it back to center. Toe and the ball of the foot on the roller. Heel presses down into the ground. Lean in just as much as feels good. So you feel that stretch in the heel and the calf. Nice. And then when you're ready, release both feet on the ground. Take a nice big breath. Reach up to the sky. Bend your knees. Hinge from your waist. Hands are going to find the roller. And then we're going to think about lifting our sits bones up towards the ceiling. So locate those sits bones, notice where they are, and those are what we're reaching up towards the sky. So don't straighten the legs, lift your sits bones up. Bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up nice and slow and controlled. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to drink plenty of water after all of that work.